How's it going? Um, this is a bit different from my normal videos. This is the simple reason is because at the time of this video's uploading, I will be 28 years old. This video is coming out on my birthday. And normally when people have their birthday, they do something about it. I have no clue what to do, like YouTube wise, for my birthday. I've never been good with this kind of stuff. So, what I thought to myself is I would do this video, mostly rambling, admittedly, of just looking at where I am now, and then saying, wanting to go where I want. It's basically like that, my message to me 5 years in the future. But rather than it be 5 years in the future, it's just a year. And it's less of a message to future me. It's more of a, this is where I'm at now. This is where I want to be 1 year on. And then 1 year on, I look back at this video and decide if I've made it or not. And, keep going there and there and then. For the record, I may be looking below the webcam quite a bit, simply because I have notes on like what I want to achieve, and I'm not at all good at any of this. So bear with me here. So yeah. So basically, this is gonna be like a certain topic. I talk about where I am now, maybe ramble about a bit, and then basically summarize it to, where do I see myself from next year? I have no idea how long this video will be. Experience from the last two attempts I made on this, it was about 20 plus minutes, so there's nothing really visual to see except for the end, which you don't need to worry about, so you can walk about, I guess. Yeah, so for the record, this is primarily online stuff. I'm not going to go into much of my personal things, mostly because those are personal things. As much as I appreciate you all being entertained by what I do, I have a personal life here. I'm not going to throw it all up for the internet to enjoy. That's a stupid thing to do. But there is one personal thing that I'll mention. That's just because it's very, very insignificant in the comparison to my other personal stuff. Um, so this is a body image kind of deal. I'm in a good place right now, weight wise, about 155 pounds, I think, somewhere around that amount. And I want to try and keep it that way. That's basically what it is. Like I'm okay. My stamina is shot because I do not go out. I am a homebody. I am an introvert. I am a shut in. My stamina is shot, and I've well accepted that I will probably never get it back, or it's going to take literally years to get it back. I am okay with that so long as I, can walk to and from where I need to go without getting exhausted, which I can do. It's just the running part I can't do anymore. Yeah, I just run out of breath too much. But like body image wise, like I'm personally kind of okay with how I am. The only thing is just I've just basically get a bit more muscle, specifically on my torso, my arms, and my shoulders and such are fine, and my back and all that stuff. It's just just this part. It's not even a big thing, so it's like that's why I'm not really asked about mentioning this one, because it's very insignificant. It's just basically keep myself at this weight. Maybe a year from now, when I look back, I do want to have a little bit less of a gut and more of like it be more toned. Yeah, that's basically the only personal like thing that you're gonna get in this video. The rest of it's all just like YouTube stuff and online stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be that's the best you're getting here, guys. So I've been on YouTube for about, I want to say 13 years. I created my first account. I had two accounts. The first one got banned, but my first account was created around 2006. So yeah, 13 years. So I am fucking old even by YouTube standards. I am like the fossil in the dirt that has no value. But I'm currently sitting at with this channel is actually, let me check to see just how many subscribers I have currently on my channel. Obviously, you can see I've got no lighting because I've probably lit up a bit more. I don't know. I don't have my OBS showing. There we go. So I'm currently sitting at 2,628 subscribers. Really? I could have sworn it was... Oh, yeah, it was 30, so that means I've lost 2 recently. Oh, well, whatever. By the way, thank you so much. All 2,628 of you that subscribe to me. Except the bots, because that's, really? Why, guys? Really? But yeah, so with this one, this is fair. This is going to be kind of like multiple things because it's primarily YouTube based, like what I'm talking about on this bit. But I want to see that number hit 3,000. No, that's very low ball. I know that's a fairly low ball goal here that we're talking about. You know, it's only 400, so literally I would just need to basically get a subscriber every day to manage it. But here's the thing. Here's why I'm being a bit more reserved on this one. YouTube is incredibly volatile. Incredibly volatile. And with things like this child protection thing that's going on, that's going to have more issues with people. You know, any future changes going on that YouTube does and doesn't tell us. This isn't around about YouTube. This is just undeniable fact. They roll stuff out and they don't tell us until it's been rolled out, or it's a thing. But not only that, but the algorithm itself is against me. You know, the algorithm focuses on the big YouTubers. You know, your Markiplier, your PewDiePies, your Jacksepticeye's, and all that stuff. Like, it focuses on those people. Understandable. Still a business. Still needs to make money. But at the same time, that means that us smaller YouTubers, we're basically shit out of luck, to be completely honest. Unless by some, it is not a case of skill at this point, it is a case of luck, of getting noticed on YouTube now. Because the algorithm's always focusing on the big people. Another reason as well why it's is because I don't follow viral trends. You know, when this viral, like Untitled Goose Game, here's a perfect example, Untitled Goose Game. You know, this game, it went viral and everyone was, you know, just clamber on it. I didn't give a damn. I did not care about Untitled Goose Game. It looks interesting, but it's not interesting enough for me to play. You know, but it's like, that's the thing. To be a big YouTuber, you gotta jump on the viral trends. You gotta stay on them, you know, and all that stuff. And obviously, the bigger YouTubers nowadays, like, they can get away with that, but smaller channels can't. But then it has issue being crowded and such. Another reason as well, again, just I've literally got a note of, like, you know, why I'm reserved with the 3,000 thing. A big one. I am not a charismatic person. I do not have the charisma to hold people's, you know, attention in a conversation. I am not good at improvising, which is a bit of an insult, given I spent a good couple of my teenage years in an improv voice acting group years and years ago. But it's like, I'm not charismatic. There's a lot of dead air in my videos, which I'm aware of, but I have no clue how to resolve it, because I have no clue how to do a Let's Play. Like that freaking the 4 Tanks 1 Dungeon thing. Most of the entertainment wasn't by me. Yeah, sure, I couldn't talk at that point. It was really goddamn late. But it's like, my friends in that were far, far funnier in that, like, 20 minutes that we were going for than I have been in the entire year. I am not a charismatic or funny person. I am not an informative person. The deck is stacked against me on YouTube. That's why I'm going for the 3,000 part. That was a really long-winded way of explaining it. I could have literally just said, I want 3,000. Why? Because the deck's stacked against me. I did warn that I would ramble in this because I've only got notes and I tend to ramble because that actually does allow me to hold a conversation. Doesn't help me in my YouTube stuff, though. So, just staying on the YouTube stuff a bit more. I promise I'm going to be short on this one. I want to do reviews. I think I've said this like a million times that I want to do reviews on my YouTube channel. The issue there is my scripts just don't work out. They really don't. They don't get finished or they don't work out. I've rewritten a review for Bubsy 3D and Ruby Grim Eclipse 4 times each. And I've always scrapped them because it's either they're too boring, too all over the place, or I don't want it to be like a super informative review, but I don't want it to just be a lols to random one, you know? And I cannot find that balance. And when I do find that balance, the reviews all over the place. I want to try and rewrite it. It goes into one of these 2 areas. Yeah, that's a pretty short one. I just want to get a goddamn review out that I am proud of. The last 2 that I did, I mean, okay, Ib was alright, but, you know, the 2, they're not good, really, by anyone's standards nowadays. So, yeah, that's it for the review, for the YouTube review stuff. So the last animation that I ever put out on my channel was over a year ago, August 2018. And I know that I recently did a part of an animation on my Twitter, but in terms of like YouTube, which is my main like provider of media, I guess is the word you go for it, I've not done any animation since 2018. And I've got no excuse. I generally have no excuse outside of... It's not even an excuse. It's the exact reason as to why I don't do it. I am just very, very lazy. Here's the thing. This isn't an ego thing. This isn't me stroking my ego because I've seen signs of it. I know I can do good animations. I have gone through my animation playlist, and even some like the ones from like 3-4 years ago. I think 3-4 years ago. There's like some things, mostly background parts, where I'm just there like, that's really well animated. Why didn't I animate everything else the same as it? And I know I can do that, and I know I can do animations quickly to a high standard. Luigi's Ballad 3D, which was made by my friend David. By the way, you should go see his stuff. He's animated for Death Battle. I helped him do half of that in 3 days, on top of my university work. Yeah, sure, my university people yelled at me, but whatever. The point is that I've got to stop faffing about, and I've got to actually start doing it. So, before this time next year, I want to get 4 animations done. 2 of them are already ones which I've already started working on. They've been a long time coming. Sonic Twitter Takeover Animate 2, which is actually animating the 4th Sonic Twitter Takeover, plus some from the scrapped 3rd Twitter Takeover. That is really confusing. And Waifus of Overwatch episode 7, I think. It's 7 or 8. It's the one where where Aaron and Danielle had Darren DePaul and Keith Silverstein together for the thing. It was like a celebration of Overwatch's 1-year anniversary and such. Yeah, I don't like Overwatch anymore, honestly. The other 2, I have no idea. But I at least want one of them to be a fight animation. I want to try and get into fight animations because, by God, fucking Monty Owen was the reason I started animating, and he was well known for his fight scenes. And by God, do I want to follow in that man's footsteps. Minus the maybe working myself down to the ground because I generally would rather take care of myself more than that. Okay, so Dungeons & Dragons. I've been running a campaign now for over a year. I think we're on our 54th session, and we do that roughly every week, not including like the 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, over a year. And I am so thankful that the party, except that I am a very new DM. I've only been dungeon mastering for 2 years, and that's 2 years including long breaks. So very new to the Dungeons and Dragons world. And that they know that I do make the mistakes and such, and they don't get okay, they do get a bit angry on some occasions, but they don't get that angry because they know it's like, they're new to it. But I can't keep using that as a reason for making mistakes. I need to do better. I know this is me sounding like a perfectionist and such, but I need to do better. I need to just improve everything overall because a year in, there should be a significant amount of improvement, and at least to me, I feel like I've just plateaued, and I need to get off that plateau. Like, I'm not Matthew Mercer. I will never be Matthew Mercer. But there's nothing... There shouldn't be a reason... That shouldn't be a reason for me to not try and get up to his level of literally everything, the world, the characters, the descriptions. I'm not doing any of that, or if I do, I taper off as things go on. And I need to stop that, and I need to do better. My party deserve, this to improve more upon more upon more, rather than just stay as it is. So there's not much I can really say on, what I say to, hey, future me a year on, why don't you tell me how that's going? Because the way I see it, I just need to improve on everything with my Dungeons and Dragons, descriptions, characters, and specifically voices. I'm not doing good with the voices, which actually does lead me to the next part. I've not done any serious voice acting outside of D&D for an age. Now, I know I did 2 Randoist videos, on the lead up to Bonfire Night. I know that was the case. But the difference there is that was done in like 2 minutes, and it was very lazy. The second one, fucking hell, like that one was just thrown together, and it's bad. It's really bad. And I think the reason is, what I'm referring to when voice acting is like actual, like, getting involved in projects, I guess, is the best word for it. And I know I got some of my friends who are like developers or animators and such who probably would come to me, potentially. I would hope so. Maybe. If I'm not good enough for it, there are no hard feelings, but I'm just assuming because I've been asked before. That they'll do that. But I mean, like, actually auditioning for a role and getting it, I've not done that. The last project I was in was 1 or 2 years ago. It was the Veterans mod for Dawn of War 2. I voiced the Champion of Tech and I think 3 others. That was fun. I got to scream Blood for the Blood God and Skulls for the Skull Throne. But the last, like, proper video outside of those Randoist ones was 2018. I used to do voice acting so much when I was younger, and by God, do I still love doing it now. So why do I not audition for stuff? I mean, I know the reason why. It's because, to me, at the very least, my skills have gone down the drain. Either that, or I've become more aware of just how limited my skills are. But I haven't got the drive because of it, and that's bad. Because whenever I see stuff done by any big voice actor, or like, voice acting groups like Team 4 Stars, obvious, easy one. The people that did like the Psycho 6 dub, in one go, like, I get envious. I admittedly do. So, yeah, literally, getting back into voice acting is the goal, but as a side bit, getting casted in something that doesn't die before it even starts. I've had that happen too much, unfortunately. So, here's a shocker. I have a video game degree. I have a computer and video games degree. I spent 3 years, I got into student debt for it. I have not used that goddamn degree except for, like, one occasion where I made a Don't Starve Together mod. I think this one's self-explanatory. I've got this degree, I'm not using it. I have the skills to use it, so why am I not using it? Literally, all it is I just need to make use of my degree. Animation doesn't count because I did animation before I started, this university stuff. I'm still like 3D modeling or making a game or a mod. I mean, I've got ideas floating in my noggin, but like game-wise, one of the things I've wanted to do is remake my Don't Starve Together mod, Spartan 115. That thing still works apparently, which is crazy. But it's like I need to just actually make use of my degree, especially if I want to get a job in the industry. Kind of have to be able to show it and can't exactly do it without using it. So yeah, just getting anything at all out that would require me to use like my game development or 3D modeling and all that stuff. We went through all the steps. We made a game from scratch. We learned from it from all different sides. Arts and 3D modeling and programming and all that. I did really good with programming somehow. I don't know how. I had no clue what I was doing the entire time. But getting back into it. That's actually making use of it. That's the goal. Okay, so finally, this one. This is a big one for me. This means quite a bit for me, for a simple reason. So, story time of my past. I was bullied a lot in school. I didn't have that many friends. And I also, while not officially diagnosed, it's a case of, all signs point to it. You just need to just go to a person, they'll pretty much say it. I'm dysgraphic. It's a writing disability, basically. It doesn't entirely affect drawing skills, but it can have a effect on it. But it's also another reason as well. So I was constantly singled out for my bad handwriting by teachers. Back then, dysgraphia wasn't really a well-known thing. You were just considered stupid, just like what dyslexia was before that became a thing. And I lost all drive to do any drawing. And as such, I have the drawing skills of, I've now, like, say, a 7-year-old. And that's bad because I generally do enjoy drawing. I really like it. The problem is that when I do the drawing, I start drawing knowing of, like, what my quality is and hating it because of it. And I know that's a common conception with artists. Like, they keep, working on something until they hate it, and then people, release it, and then they release it, and everyone's like, oh, it's awesome, but the art's like, no, it's terrible. But no, like, for me, it's like, I go into it knowing it's going to be terrible because I know my skills are terrible at the moment. And this is bad, especially in a more social, more social internet where like-minded people who enjoy things can come together. Like, fucking a YouTuber I follow, PMC Mo, for example. Like, it's a case of, like, he started doing voice acting, and then he suddenly started drawing. And I got so envious of it. I have a really bad envy problem. Before anyone said, like, I'm singling out people, I just have a really bad envy problem. I only have 2 settings. Not envious or green with envy. I don't have an in-between at all. So, like, whenever I see any good fan art, I am green with envy. Like, I wish I could do that. And the thing is, I'm fairly certain I can do that. But I am just... I want to join them, man. I want to join people doing fan art. I really, really want to draw good art because I'm not one of those people that would go to an art gallery, but I can appreciate really good art, lewd or otherwise. It's like, I want to be able to draw good. I really do. I want to make my own OCs. I want to draw fan art of my favorite games or shows. Now, I know in this scenario, this is not something where it's like a year from now I'm drawing like Leonardo da Vinci. Hardly. I'm very well aware of the length of time it takes to go from really bad drawings to decent drawings. And then from decent drawings to really good drawings, okay? I saw Igor Raptor going through his old photo stuff, and you can see how long it took for him to get good. I think he had to do like 7 full years before he got to like this really unique but really nice, bright art style that he has currently. And so, because this is like a multi-year process, whereas it's the opposite, it is a case of like, oh, by this time next year, whereas it's like getting to that level with drawing is going to be a multi-year process. The entire time I've been talking, there's been like 2 very quick time lapses. I say very quick, it's like an hour each for each one, when I did them, of me just drawing using Clip Studio. One of them without reference, just purely by my brain, and the other one actually using reference things. And these are the benchmarks, basically. These are, I basically, year from now, draw again, draw something by my mind, draw something by reference, and see how much is improved in terms of, like, shading and yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. I know. I just realized because I'm recording this on the Sunday before my birthday. I just realized I might not have the time to do 2 of them, but I do at least get 1 drawn. So if there is one up here, if there's one up there, that's a benchmark. If there's 2 up here, they're the benchmarks. I should really be fucking drawing right now, really, if I want to get those finished off. But whatever. So yeah. My drawing goal a year from now is to at least do better than the benchmarks, whichever one I do here. Long term for that one, it's obviously being able to draw good stuff. I want to draw like really good fan art of Critical Role or like characters I really enjoy. maybe some loot. Hey, if I'm gonna have that power up, might as well use it. But yeah, that's really it. That's really all the stuff which I want to talk about. Oh no, streaming. I want to get more. I used to be a view whore person. I used to get really down about oh, I only got 3 viewers this time. Why am I not getting more viewers? Why am I not getting more subscribers? Oh, what am I doing wrong to do that? And that generally was a problem, like years ago, until I stumbled upon Markiplier and saw like his whole thing about believing in yourself and like doing it for you and all that stuff. Thanks, Mark. I do want to get more viewers on my Twitch, but I'm also not going to be losing sleep over it. I will probably lose sleep over the fact that I don't drink enough water. Yeah, no, Twitch stuff. At the low end, I'd like to at least have like 5, 6, 7 viewers that, talk in the chat. Best case scenario, I get an affiliate, but no, that's not gonna happen. I'm realistic. That is not gonna happen outside of some miracle. Because as I said, I don't follow viral trends. I'm not charismatic. I play what I want. I've been playing Vesperia for half a year on my stream. So, yeah, I'm worse with RPGs than DSP is. Fucking hell. At least I finish them. So yeah, that's basically it. I've noticed I am once again talking over 25 minutes. This is longer than it has been before. There's a lot of rambling, but I can't do this a final time because my birthday's on the Tuesday and I need to get this edited and uploaded on the Tuesday. So this will have to do. This will have to be the final one. Excuse me. So, happy birthday to me. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this rambling. I don't know. I've heard some people actually do kind of like my rambling podcast stuff. It's weird. Like, apparently people just like listening to me. I don't think I've got that good of a voice, but it's Nah, I think even relaxing my voice to this kind is really not going to do anything. I prefer to go like this more energetic kind as opposed to my normal voice, I guess you could say, which is a lot more monotone. But I'll just stick with it for this ending part. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this ramblingness, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna exactly do this next year. Am I gonna sit through 27 minutes of me rambling? Probably not. I'll probably just cut through it. Anyway, bye.